Hey guys, it's Courtney AKA Travel Teach coming at you today with some fresh new content. And today I decided to stand up. I wanted to take this opportunity to show you this really cool calligraphy that I got from one of my PalFish students. Her name is Eva and she lives in Nanchang. And last month in December 2018, I had the opportunity to go visit her, and her mom and dad surprised me with this really great calligraphy, which in Chinese, these characters mean good teacher, good friend, which I think was so sweet of them. I really loved it, so I even put it above my PalFish banner, which I teach in front of. So you can see, since being on PalFish, I've got to make meaningful connections with students. As I'm living in China, I've gotten to go and visit them, see their homes, see their families, see their friends, and see what's meaningful in their lives, which has been great. So today's content is going to be a little bit different than my previous videos. As you know, I'm a teacher here in China, and so is my father. And my father has actually been teaching in China a few years longer than I have. And he said, "Hey, Courtney, why don't you start a video series about common errors that Chinese students make?" So today I'm going to be talking about common errors that I've seen both on PalFish and here in classes in real life in China that students make, and how you can address those during class. If you're ready, let's go. So the first error, I'm sure if you've ever taught a Chinese student, you have heard them say he or she in the wrong context. In fact, in Mandarin, he and she is the same word. I'm used to this, fortunately, as I was a teacher in Turkey, where he and she is also the same word in their native language. So if you hear a student using he or she in the incorrect way, please reinforce. He is for boys. He is for a man. She is for girls. She is for a woman. This can give you a good opportunity to practice with the student. Maybe you can show them a picture and you can circle the faces. Or if you're teaching something even as simple as family, you can say, okay, is grandma he or she? Grandpa he or she? So please point this out. Please reinforce this. It's a difficult concept for Chinese students to get used to. So please make a point of reinforcing this in your class. Another very common error that you might have seen or heard in your classes is students confusing singular and plural. Specifically, I would like to focus on one dog, two dog. In Chinese, this is a very difficult concept for English language learners to get used to because of the way that plurals are expressed. So please, if you hear this error in your class, make a point to talk about the use of the letter S. Letter S is very important in the English language. We use it very commonly, and nipping this problem in the bud beforehand as early as possible will help students to better fossilize that singular and plural are different. Singular means one, plural means two or more. And if you talk a little bit extra about the use of S to make most plurals, as we already know in English, I think it can really help the English language learners, your students, to get a better idea of how to use plural with two or more things. Another common error that I hear from time to time in my classroom is students interchangeably using the words the or the and or a. Again, indefinite, definite articles, these are very important for English language learners so that they know the difference in the as a definite article giving a definition to a certain thing, and which is used, for any old thing. So if you hear the interchangeable use of the, the, and a in your classroom, don't forget to correct it. Explain to the students why it's the in this case, or why it's a in this case. Having a better idea about what students are defining will help them to make sentences correctly in the future. Another difficult concept, especially for Chinese English language learners, is the concept of verb tenses. In Mandarin, verb tenses are not all that common, and they are not used the same way that they are used in English. Perhaps in Chinese, it's more important about the other words which surround the verb to let you know the time. So if you hear a student, especially at level 3 or level 4, that's using a tense in the wrong way, please correct them. Please show them why what they said is not correct and how to correct it. Because talking about time is very important. We use a verb in every sentence that we make. And so it's essential that students know how to use verbs and how to use them correctly so that they can form stronger sentences and let their verb tense be known. The last super common error in Chinese classrooms, you've probably heard students when they want to express themselves about something they really like, they say, I very like. Stop that. Nip it in the bud. Don't let them go any further. Please correct the word very to really, or any way you feel is more appropriate to express liking or loving something. I very like is one of the most common errors I have heard from Chinese language learners so far here in China. So please remember, if you hear I very like, please give them a better way of expressing themselves. I always use I really like, but that's up to you. Okay, guys, it's been great talking to you today about 5 common errors that I've heard in the Chinese classroom. I hope to make another video expanding on more errors that you might hear. So if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to comment with another common error that you hear in your classrooms, feel free to use the comment box below. Subscribe to my channel, please, for more great content, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye!